Hi everybody, welcome to Beginner Yoga. My name is Joanne. I'm glad that you're here to practice with me today. So let's start today's practice in a comfortable seat. So we're gonna lift the flesh away from our sitting bones. And as always, if you need to sit up on a blanket or a block so that you can find length through the spine without too much struggle, please do that. So once you find a comfortable seat, we're going to sit up tall, soften the shoulders away from the ears, close your eyes. And bring your awareness to your breath as you inhale and exhale through the nose. And just check in with yourself. Notice how you're feeling today, what's going on in the body and the mind, and just observing it. Just noting what's going on in the body and the mind, not trying to change or shift anything, just notice. We'll begin to deepen the breath if you haven't already. So we want to really expand the belly as we breathe in. And we want to contract the belly as we breathe out, squeezing the navel gently toward the spine. And I forgot to mention, if you'd like to set an intention or a dedication for your practice, that's always a nice idea, just to bring a little more depth to your practice, if that feels comfortable for you. It can be something as simple as bringing your awareness to your breath throughout the practice. So maybe that's your intention today, to notice your breath. So choosing one thing to focus on and then repeating it 3 times to yourself so that you can kind of anchor that into the subconscious mind for the rest of your practice. And then back to the breath, we're going to inhale again through the belly and bring the breath up 3-dimensionally through the body. So it's a big expansive wave that comes all the way up into your chest and causes your collarbone to rise. Filling yourself with air. And as you exhale through the nose, you're going to reverse that wave and contract. We want to keep that sense of expansion though from the inhale. So from that sense of expansion, as we exhale, we're just expressing the stale air out of the lungs and the body. So we want to keep that expansion in the body, but just relax and let go on the exhale. Again, squeezing the navel gently toward the spine at the very bottom of the exhale. So the inhale automatically reinflates your belly. Finding expansion on your inhale and space. And a letting go. And then relaxing as you release on your exhale. Squeeze the navel toward the spine. And if you are a beginner, a true beginner, then I want you to not stress about anything in the practice. So things will come with time. So if anything I'm saying sounds weird or doesn't make sense or you're not getting it, it's not a big deal. The point is that you're practicing and you're making the effort. So that's the hardest part. So let's take another couple breaths. And also just to reiterate, if anything during the practice is uncomfortable or doesn't feel right for your body, then please don't do it. You can always try to adjust to find a place of comfort in the practice, or just skip a posture if you need to just skip something. That's always your prerogative. And since I'm not there with you in person, I encourage you to listen to your body and not me. So if the eyes are still closed, you're going to let them flutter open. You want to keep the gaze nice and soft. We're going to take a deep inhale. And as we exhale, you're just going to drop the chin to the chest. So gazing toward the navel, keep the collarbone broad and the shoulders open and back. Feeling the weight of the head stretch the back of your neck. That's all we need is the weight of the head. And then we're going to rock one ear to the shoulder, open through the side. See if you can make this a nice fluid and smooth motion with your breath. Exhale forward. Inhale to the other side. Good. Exhale forward. Inhale to the first side again. Exhale forward. Inhale as you open. Exhaling forward, inhale to the first side again. And open through the chest. And then we want to take the opposite arm behind our back to the small of our back. So you're just placing the back of your hand at the lower back, lower spine, just to open the chest a little bit more. And then you're going to rotate the head down as you gaze over the shoulder and inhale as you look up. So you want to make the movement smooth and coordinate with the breath, tracing a line with the nose up and down. And breathing as you inhale, move up. And as you exhale, gaze down. You can play with the angle of the head to find the release that feels best for your neck. Good. Keep breathing deep one more time. Bringing the nose back toward the screen and then drop the chin forward. Release the hand from behind the back. Inhale, take your head upright. Take a breath in and out. And just observe the difference between each side of your neck. Exhale as you drop the chin again forward. Inhale to the second side. Make sure your posture is still tall. Take that opposite arm, back of the hand to the small of your back, just to open the chest, and then begin to rotate the head. Exhale down, inhale up. Playing with the angle, keep breathing. Making the movement smooth and fluid with your breath. Maybe each time you go up and down, you're finding a little more space, a little more release with each breath. One more breath up and down. Bringing the nose back to the screen, release the hand, drop the chin forward. Inhale your head upright. See how that feels, hopefully more even. And then we're gonna sweep the arms up. Inhale, I want you to keep your shoulders soft as you bring the arms up. So don't hunch the shoulders up, keep them nice and grounded. Exhale, imagine a little resistance in the arms like you're moving through water. Inhale, sweep up, little resistance. Engage the muscles of the arms. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Exhale, lower. One more deep breath in, all the way up. We're gonna interlace the hands, fingers here at the top and press the palms to the sky. Keep the shoulders relaxed and plugged in. Pull your pinkies back, keeping the neck loose and the shoulders soft. So you wanna feel this in the chest, the arms a little bit, but not jutting the ribs forward. Keep the spine tall, keep the ribs engaged. So you don't wanna pop the ribs out. Keep the core engaged so you're not arching in the lower back. Soft shoulders. And then we're just gonna make some circles with the arms. So you're gonna bend at the elbows, pull the hands behind your head a little bit. So don't drop the head, keep the head upright. Just some circles, kind of flossing our shoulders here, breathing as you move. And then we'll reverse. So go the opposite direction. Hands come behind the head a little bit. Reach up. Keeping the core stable. So we're not arching the back. We're not moving the torso. Just moving the shoulders in the joint a little bit. Nice deep breath. Good. And then we're going to press up again. Pull the pinkies back a little bit. Break the hands free as you lower the arms down. And then shrug your shoulders. Squeeze them. Create a little tension up and down the back. Squeeze up and back. Good. One more time. Squeeze forward, up and back. Good. Soften the shoulders. Walk your hands forward. And then whichever leg you have in front, walk your hands forward, bow the head, and then walk your hands over toward that foot. So toward that side and release down. Soften your shoulders, breathe into your ribs here and your outer hip. So stretching this hip of the leg that's in front. Come back through center. And walk your hands back. Switching the cross of your legs for a moment. Lift the flesh, sit up tall. We're gonna inhale, one arm reaches up, doesn't matter which side. Walk your other hand to the side and fold here. So I want you to stretch through the side, soften your elbows and your shoulder. Keep the chest open, so don't round forward here. So maybe you don't come as far as I do, but that's okay. You want to keep the chest open and keep this rib cage pulling to the other side of the room and keep space and length in this side. So we don't want to collapse and crunch. We want to lengthen through both sides. Deep breath through the ribs. Inhale, pull up with that top arm and lower back down. Take the other arm up, inhale. Deep breath in, walk the hand out. Again, keep the chest open and fold. Soft elbows, soft shoulders, open chest. Pull the ribs to that side as you lengthen through this side. Deep breath, feeling the muscles between your ribs stretch. Use the top arm to pull up and lower the hand down. Shrug your shoulders here, open the chest. Walk your hands forward, bow, And then you're gonna walk to the opposite foot. So you should have switched the cross. So we're gonna come to the other side and relax the head down. Breathe into your hip and your ribs. Slowly make your way back to center. Walk your hands back. We're going to take our hands behind us now, so fingers can point toward the hips or away, either way that's comfortable. It's nice to stretch the forearms by having the fingers face your glutes. You're going to press into the hands as you roll your shoulders open and back. Lift the sternum to the sky. Maybe gaze up. Be gentle with the neck, so you don't want to drop the head back. Keep lifting. Breathe into your chest. Feeling this a little bit stretch in the back, but feeling the chest open. Shoulders back. One more breath. Good. Soften the elbows, walk your hands up. And we're going to come into tabletop onto the hands and the knees. So you want to brighten your fingers on the mat, knees under hips, and hands under shoulders. So really important here is to engage the full surface of your hand into the floor as well as the feet. So we're not just hanging out, we're active. We're pressing the mat away from us. The navel draws toward the spine so that the back is nice and long. And then the inside of your elbow should rotate toward the front part of the mat. So the inside crease of your elbow is shining forward. And you can play with the rotation of the arms. So my hands stay stable as I rotate the muscle around the bone, just rotating in and out. It's nice to feel the difference. And then what we want to do is rotate again the inside of the elbow forward. So that brings the shoulder into the back. It plugs the shoulder in. My neck is nice and long, an extension of my spine. And then we'll do some cat-cow poses. So another one distinction to make: when we rotate the inside of the elbow forward, we're micro bending our joint. So it might not look like much, but I don't want you to hyperextend in the joint. So keep it a little bit soft. And then we're going to inhale, drop the belly. And we want to think about sending our tail and our crown to opposite corners of the room that you're in. So we want to lengthen. So we're still dropping the belly, but we're creating space in the spine. Lengthen. And then exhale as you round the spine, drop the head and the tailbone, and press the shoulder blades apart. So you're going to let your breath guide you. So if you're breathing at a different pace than me, that's fine. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. So keep working with your breath. Let your breath guide you. You can close the eyes. So you can feel into the pose and the movement. Each time finding a little more space. Taking one more round. And we'll come back to our tabletop position, meeting here. We're going to bring our big toes together and sit back over the hips. If you can, we're going to release the elbows to the floor and just circle your wrists. Give your wrists a little release. Go the opposite direction. Keep breathing. Come back onto all fours when you're ready. And if this is too much for your wrists, you're also welcome to use fists here. Still rotating the elbows forward. If you have any carpal tunnel or pain or you shouldn't have any sharp pain if you're doing this. Over time, your wrists will actually build up some strength. But we also want to engage the full surface of the hand so we're not dumping into our wrists. So keep that in mind, engaging the finger pads as well and all those muscles. So we're going to sweep up, reach up, inhale, one arm reaches up, open the chest to the sky, and then we're going to exhale, thread the needle, and you want to come all the way down to the cheek and the ear. So you want to get that release at the bottom. Inhale, sweep up, open the chest, exhale, come down. Inhale up, big breath, in and out. Good, last time, reach up. Exhale down. This time we're gonna release, stay on your cheek. And you're gonna take the opposite hand. You can tent the fingers in front of you to find a little deeper twist. You can stay where you were, or you can reach the hand behind your back. Breathe into your shoulder. Let go of any tension as you release. I like to think of this as sort of melting into that shoulder. Fully unwind and come up, back to all fours. Anytime you need to, you can shake out the wrists. And then we'll take the other side. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thread the needle. Deep breaths, keep expanding, keep releasing as you come down. One more time up and down. Releasing all the way down this time. Relaxing into your shoulder and the neck. Bring the opposite arm. You can either tent the hand in front of you to find a little maybe deeper twist, or reach behind the back. All optional. Breathe deep here, melt into the shoulder. Feeling release with each breath. One more breath. Good. Unwind yourself as you come back to all fours. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Press them out away from you. Walk your knees behind your hips just a touch. We're going to come down. So we're going to bend at the elbow. I want you to keep your elbows close to your ribs. So this is a little challenging if you're new. And then you're going to plant the chest between your hands. Awkward S pose. Awkward for a reason. It feels a little strange. And then we're going to take the belly to the floor. Release the knees. Tops of the feet come to the mat. My hands are still right next to my chest and my elbows are close and pulling toward the floor behind me. Activate all 10 toes into the floor if you have 10 toes, and then turn your tailbone toward the floor. Inhale, open the chest. Drag the mat towards you a little bit, creating space in the spine here again. Keep the neck long. Your gaze is out in front of you. Breathe into your belly. And let's test ourselves by gluing the feet to the floor. Lift the hands so you're really using your back here. Breathe in. Breathe into the belly. Your feet should stay glued to the floor. And you should feel the body rise and lower with the breath. Shoulders down and back, elbows close. One more breath. Good, release down, chin to the floor. Tuck your, push back over your heels into a child's pose. We're gonna tuck our toes under from here and sit back, stretching the bottoms of our feet. Relax the forehead. Getting a nice stretch across the bottoms of your feet, that big tendon. I'm gonna move up a little bit on the mat. Sitting back. Nice deep breath. So from this position, we're going to try to come into downward dog from here. So relax the forehead, arms are stretched out. So your elbows are not on the floor at this point. Your arms are long, your shoulders are engaged. Your palms are fully engaged. Forehead down. Your toes are tucked. So to come into downward dog from here, all we have to do is straighten the legs. See if you can try that. Just straighten your legs. Hopefully arriving in your downward dog, taking the feet at least a hip width apart here. Shoulders, arms are shoulder width apart. Soften your chest. Breathe here. Let's pedal the feet. So I didn't mean to have a straighten our legs and challenge our hamstrings so much so quickly. So let's walk our dog out. Just an interesting way to try to come into downward dog from a child's pose there. Good, and then let's walk ourselves up, stroll up to the front of your mat, come all the way up to a standing forward bend. I want you to measure 2 fists between your feet, bending your knees as much as you need so that your hands can reach the floor. So you might be very bent, and that's fine. Wherever you are, notice that. Draw the forehead toward your shins. Shake your head out a little bit. We're going to grab opposite elbows and hang like a pendulum. So again, the knees can be pretty bent here, no rush to straighten. Upper body is heavy, and we're just going to gently sway side to side. Keep breathing. Relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders completely. So feeling how this changes the stretch in your legs a little bit, changing the weight on the feet, swaying side to side. Then you're going to release the elbows, let go of the arms, and just hang. So shake out a little bit, feeling even weight on all 4 corners of your feet. And then you're going to tuck your tailbone and roll up. Let the upper body stay passive as you come up to stand. Shrug the shoulders at the top and open the chest. Coming into a mountain pose. So my shoulders are above my hips or above my heels. My pelvis is neutral. I'm not arching. I'm not tucking. Nice and neutral. Engaging the core. Heavy suitcases in the hands, so we're engaging the arms. Crown of the head is lengthening toward the sky. Nice, easy feet. Lift and fan your toes. Feel as broad on your feet as you can without gripping. So relax. Take a breath in and out. Feeling into your mountain pose. And here again, we want to micro bend the knee joint. So our legs are straight. We're engaging the quadriceps a little bit, but we're soft in the knees. We're not locking the knees. We're going to reach the arms back. So I don't want to arch in my back. I'm going to keep my pelvis neutral as I reach my arms back to open the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, forward bend. Hinge at your hips and lead with the chest. Bend your knees as much as you need. Tuck your forehead. We're going to inhale and lengthen our spine parallel to the floor into flat back. So hands can come on the thighs and lengthen the spine. You can also have the hands on the shins or the floor, whatever works for you. Thighs is nice if you're a beginner. Elbows hug behind you. Thinking of kind of grasshopper elbows to create that length in your spine. We're going to exhale and fold. We're going to roll up, tuck your tailbone again, let the arms dangle, head is heavy. Come back up to mountain pose, feel into that, and then reach the arms back. Inhale. Big breath in, exhale, swan dive as you empty the lungs. Inhale, flat back again, open the chest. Exhale, bow. As you empty the lungs, we're going to roll up. Inhale. Open the chest. Good. One more time. Reach back. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Each time we're here, maybe we're straightening the legs as we warm up. So just notice where you are. No rush. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, bow. Roll yourself up. Inhale. Mountain pose. Exhale. Good. Reach back. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. So from here, we're going to plant the hands. We're going to take a giant step back with the right leg. Coming into a lunge, you can come onto your fingertips here. Drop your hips. So you've got a right angle with the knee, front knee over the heel. We're going to drop the back knee. If this is too tight for you, if this feels like too deep of a stretch, you can take your knee closer. So listen to your body. Uncurl the toe if you like. We're going to find a scissor action with the legs toward the midline so we can find length, inner strength through the core as we rise up. So again, we don't want to dump into the back here. Scissor the legs, lift up. You should still feel a stretch in this back hip flexor, deep into the belly. Breathe in. Balancing here if this is comfortable. If not, you're welcome to keep the hands down or on the floor. We're going to float the hands down again to frame that foot. Come back down. And then we're going to shift our hips back as we walk our hands back, draw the toes toward the chest and the face. Pull the leg back. Feeling this in that front hamstring now. The leg does not need to be straight. You can use blocks here if you need a little prop to open the chest. It's nice to keep the chest open here rather than rounding. So using props if you need. And then think about pulling your front sitting bone, this leg's sitting bone, to the back of the mat. So that should fire up the hamstring a little bit more, but you want to feel comfortable and breathe. So you always want to be able to breathe in the pose so that you're softening around the muscle. We don't want to resist our stretch or feel like we're at the end of it and we can't move anymore, because then we won't be able to relax into it. So it doesn't matter how it looks, think about how it feels, be able to breathe. Using your exhale to walk your hands forward around the foot again, tuck your back toes under and lift the back knee. We're going to launch off the back foot and step up to forward bend. Fold here, roll up, inhale. Shrug your shoulders at the top and open the chest. Mountain pose, reach back, inhale. Exhale, swan dive. Noticing a difference between the legs, inhale, hopefully. Flat back, exhale, bow. Good, this time we'll take a giant step back with the left leg. So again, right angle, knee over heel, drop your back knee. Again, adjust forward if you need. Uncurl the toes if that's better for you. Engage the feet. Scissor the legs toward the midline as you come up. Maybe start here and then reach up. Again, keep lifting up out of the back so we're not jumping into the back. Lift up. Find a breath. If you need a towel or a cushion under your knee, that's also a great thing to do for comfort. If you're on a hard floor and a hard mat, keep the shoulders soft. Breathe in. Exhale, float the hands down. That's a reminder for myself next time. I think I need more cushion. Walk your hands back as you pull the hips back. You're going to draw the toes toward the face again. Open the chest. Maybe using blocks if you need. Pull the toes back. Find your breath. Feel the sitting bone pull toward the back of your mat. Nice, soft, easy breath. Nothing should hurt in yoga. We always want to find comfort and ease in the poses. Even if we're challenging ourselves, we're able to breathe. Breathe in. Exhale, walk the hands forward, plant the foot. Tuck the back toes under, lifting the knee. Shifting the hips back a little bit, launch off the foot and step up to your forward bend. Fold here. Roll up. On your inhale, open the chest. Back to our mountain pose. Awesome. We'll take it a little further next time. Inhale, reach back. Lift up, exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, bow.
Again, a giant step back with the right leg. Drop the knee, uncurl the toes. Scissor your legs toward the midline, sweep the arms up. Lifting up. Breathe in. Good. Exhale, float the hands down to frame the foot. We're going to tuck the back toes and lift the knee. From here, we're going to lift our hips up a little bit high so we can create some room to pull the front leg back. We're coming to downward dog now. Let's pedal the feet a couple of times in downward dog, relaxing the head and the face. Good. From downward dog, we're going to bend the knees and we're going to try to use our core strength to bring our foot through. If it doesn't come through, you can reach back and pull it forward. So in order to do that, you want to gaze past your hands. We're bending both knees and I'm going to pull my right leg in toward my chest and through. And if that doesn't work for you, if you're here, just reach back and pull it through, no worries. So meeting here in our high lunge. Pardon the clock. And then dropping your hips. So keeping the chest open again, you can use blocks if you need. We're going to pivot our back foot down. So you're going to pivot your back foot down and check you've got heel to arch alignment. From there, you're going to reverse a cartwheel up, coming up for warrior two. Pardon my back to you. You're going to sink into the leg. So this thigh can maybe come parallel to the floor, maybe not, doesn't matter. Make sure the knee stays above the heel. You want to see your big toe. And the back foot is planting into the floor as well. So you want to engage that foot. Shoulders stay above my hips. I'm going to send my arms out and I'm going to gaze to the front hand here. So in your peripheral vision, you should be able to see your big toe. So you want to keep opening that knee out. So you're engaging the outer thigh and the glute to open that knee nice and strongly so it doesn't collapse in and destabilize the joint. Keep it nice and aligned over the second toe. Find a breath. Soften your shoulders. Feeling into your warrior two. Let's take one more breath here. Breathe in. We're going to exhale and cartwheel our hands down to frame the front foot. You're going to turn your back heel up and step up to forward bend. Fold over your legs. Roll yourself up, inhale. Shrug your shoulders, open your chest. Nice work. Bring the arms back as you inhale, reach up. And then exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back, open your chest. Exhale as you empty the lungs. Plant the hands, giant step back with the left leg this time. Drop the back knee, again, adjust if you need. Find that scissor action for the legs, nice alignment, inhale, sweep up. Lifting, opening the chest, soften your shoulders, breathe in. Exhale, float the hands down to frame the foot. Tuck the back toes under, lifting the knee. Again, we'll pull the hips high to create room to pull the back front leg back to meet in downward dog. Breathe. I don't know if you guys can hear on the video the cat sounds outside. Hopefully not. We're going to bend the knees. Again, you're going to gaze past your hands and try to use your core strength. If you don't get there, that's okay. Again, you can manually bring the foot in, but use the core to pull the leg up and step forward. Coming to a lunge, so we'll meet here. Wherever you are, you're going to pivot the back foot down and check your alignment before you come up. Heel to arch alignment. And then power through the front leg to reverse a cartwheel up, coming into warrior two. So warrior two, again, sinking, engage the outer edge of the back foot. Nice alignment here, pulling that knee open. Soft shoulders, long arms, gaze to the front hand, breathe. See that you can see your big toe. Take one more breath here. Breathe in and out. Breathe in. Cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. Turn the back heel up and step up to forward bend. Folding over your legs. Roll yourself up. Inhale. Sorry, guys, distracted by some cat sounds. Mountain pose. Part of the yogic experience this morning. Okay, let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, forward bend. Inhale, open your chest. Let's take note of where we are from now in the beginning of your practice. Hopefully the legs are a little more straight. So just noticing that. Amazing what we can do in yoga, right? So from here, from forward bend, we're gonna step both feet back. I want you to come into a plank position. So my shoulders are above my wrists, and I'm in a nice strong line here. So I'm pressing through my heels, my legs are active, and my core is active. I'm not sagging into my hips here, so be careful you're not doing that. Engage the core, breathe. We'll drop the knees, and then we're gonna give ourselves a little break. We're gonna come down. So again, bend at the elbows, awkward S pose. Plant the chest between your hands. Slide the legs out from under you. Inhale for low cobra, pull the mat. Nice long neck, glued feet. Let's lift the hands and breathe into our belly. Feeling the body rise and lower with the breath. So we're really using our back muscles, and you might be a little lower, that's fine. Should still be using the back with the feet glued, tailbone slightly tucked. Massaging our internal organs with our breath. Good, release the hands next to your chest and push yourself up to all fours. Coming on to all fours now. We're gonna tuck the toes and send our hips up to downward dog. So from downward dog, take your right leg high in the sky, three-legged dog. We want to keep our shoulders even, so don't turn out. Keep your shoulders even. Right leg comes up. You're going to bend the knee, heel to glute. Opening through the side body a little bit, but shoulders stay even. And then we're going to squeeze the knee up between our hands. So hover here for a moment. Use your core strength, and then plant the knee between the hands. Extend your back foot behind you for pigeon pose. If this bothers your knee, then you'll do figure four on the back instead of pigeon, which I'll demonstrate in a moment. So the top of your foot is straight. You don't want to sickle the ankle or turn it. Keep it nice and straight. Your hip bones are equidistant to the mat, so you don't want to torque and sit on your side. You want to be here. Notice I'm not sitting on this hip. Again, if this hurts your knee, don't do it. Bring your hands down, open your chest here. We're gonna lift up and breathe into the chest. And then you're gonna make your way down to the mat for pigeon. So you can stay here. If this is a good stretch, you can come further onto your elbows. You can walk your arms all the way down. You can even bring your forehead to the mat or to stacked hands or fists. Whatever works for you. If this bothers your knee, you're going to come onto your back and take figure four, where you cross the ankle over the thigh, you reach the hand through the hole, connect behind the thigh. This is the same, you're getting the same stretch, but you're not if you have knee problems. So don't do pigeon if it hurts your knee. So this is the alternate. And then if we're in the pigeon, we're going to breathe into our hip. Letting go of tension with every out breath. Nice full deep breaths. Relaxing. I know it gets more intense with time, so just breathe as best you can. Nice and deep. If it becomes too intense, you're welcome to back up a little bit. Each out breath soften a little further. So you're going to inhale, slowly walk your hands back. And then we're going to come onto fingertips here again. So open the chest. I want you to think about emulating a pigeon here. Puff out your feathers in your chest. Breathe in here. Deep breath in. Plant your hands. Tuck your back toes and make your way to downward dog. Just step back and pedal your feet out. Good, so from downward dog, we're gonna take the other leg up. Left leg comes up, keeping the shoulders even again. And then bend the knee, heel to glute, open through the side. Keep the opposite leg pushing back. You open through the chest, shoulders stay even. Inhale, pull the knee up. Hover here for a moment, engage, pull the knee in, squeeze the heel toward the glute, and then plant the knee down between your hands on an angle. Back foot stretches behind you, nice and straight. Make sure you're not turning your ankle. Come onto your fingertips as you lift up. Breathe in. Deep breath in. Exhale, making your way down. Taking figure 4 if you need to on this side. So listen to your body. Find the position that works for you and breathe. Keep letting go with each exhale. Keep softening into the pose. Make sure that your jaw is soft. Relax your jaw and your brow. Take one more breath cycle. Slowly on your inhale, we're going to walk our hands back. We're going to come onto our fingertips. This is an important part of the pose, not to skip. Open the chest, draw the shoulders back. Inhale deeply into your lungs. Good, plant your hands, tuck your toes, and we'll step back to downward dog one more time. Pedal your feet out. From here, we're going to inhale into plank pose. So from downward dog, you should be able to inhale and just bring shoulders above wrists without moving your hands and feet. So that's a good way to check that you're in a good stance, a good alignment. Maybe play with that. And then we'll drop the knees, chest and chin. Come down to awkward S one more time. Slide into a cobra. Open the chest. Glue the feet down. Let's swim the hands behind our back. Interlace the hands. You're going to pull the hands toward the heels. Keep the feet glued. And breathe into your belly, opening through the chest. Keeping the gaze and the neck long and soft. Not wrenching our neck up. Lengthen spine. One more breath. Good. Release the hands. Bring them down next to the chest. We're going to push up and back over the hips. Child's pose. Relax the forehead. Bring the arms by your side here. And relax the shoulders. Breathe into your belly and your back. Good. And then slowly we'll sit up on the heels. Ooh, bright sunshine. All right, I'm going to come to the middle of the mat. Sitting on the heels, and if that's not comfortable for you, we won't be here
long, so don't worry about it. We're gonna take both feet to one side and sit down next to your feet. So take that top leg and cross it over the bottom leg. You wanna anchor that foot into the floor as best you can, lifting the flesh from your sitting bones. You're welcome to sit up on your block or blanket here if you need, so you can plant the foot. This bottom leg, if you feel like you're not able to anchor both sitting bones, you can take the bottom leg out and that should help. So whatever you need to do, we're gonna plant that foot. We're gonna hug our knee toward our chest to lift up tall. So finding that length in the spine. And that same arm as the leg that's crossed, you're gonna take behind your back and bring the base of your hand right next to your back. So it should be touching. Open the chest if that's possible. If it's not, that's okay. But as close as you can to open the chest. You're gonna take the opposite arm and reach up. Inhale. Keep the shoulder soft. And then what we want to do from here is twist from the navel. So keep your spine and hips grounded. So we don't want to torque our SI joint. So we're going to twist from the middle up and then gaze behind you. You can wrap the arm around the leg or you can bind it behind the knee if that's comfortable. Whatever works for you. If this causes you to round, then don't do it. Just lift. So we want to think length before twist. So we don't want to hunch our shoulders in order to get the bind. So if that doesn't work for you, just stay here. Gaze over your back shoulder. We want to keep the twist moving with the head, neck, and eyes. And we want to breathe deeply into our belly. It'll feel constricted. That's okay. We're nourishing our internal organs with our breath. So we're creating a little closing off the space a little bit, but still breathing into that, massaging the organs with the diaphragm. Inhale, grow tall, and exhale, twist. Good, we're gonna release from our twist, wherever you are. Walk your hands to the other side and just gently twist the other way. So we'll come back to center, stretch both legs out, and flex the feet. Lift the flesh. If you're sitting on a blanket, that's fine. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Soften your shoulders. Keep the toes pulling back. Exhale, lengthen over the legs as much as you can. So try not to round the spine just yet. Keep the spine long as you hinge at the hip. Lengthen through the chest. And then when you can't reach any further, just let the hands land anywhere they land. You don't have to reach the toes. I prefer you don't reach the toes to keep your shoulders back. Open the chest. Inhale long, exhale, soften. So each breath, we want to create length in the body. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, soften. And then we'll go ahead and let the head round. That'll bring the stretch more into the back and the spine. So stretching our hamstrings here. The legs don't have to be totally straight. Keep the toes pulled back. Good. Slowly walk your hands back as you come up. Sitting up tall again. And then bend the legs to the other side. So we'll cross the top leg over the bottom. Make sure you switch sides now. Make sure you can ground your sitting bones. Extend that bottom leg out if you need. Planting that top foot. Hug the knee in so we can find length in the spine. Same arm as the leg. We're going to take right behind our back. Heel of the hand right as close to the spine as you can. Open that chest and shoulder. Inhale, the opposite arm reaches up. Soften your shoulder. Twist from the navel. Think length before twist. Good, and then find the arm position that works for you on this side. Again, don't force the bind if it compromises the shoulders. Look back. Deep breath with your belly. One more belly breath. Slowly release from your twist, unwind, walk your hands to the other side, gentle stretch. Good, coming back to center. We're gonna face the long edge of the mat now. Extend your legs out. Lift the flesh. Flex the toes. Let's point the toes to stretch the shins for a moment. Sit up tall. Flex the feet. And we'll point the toes again one more time. Good, and then relax the feet to neutral. And then we're gonna unfurl one vertebra at a time all the way to the back. So keep your heels glued to the floor as best you can. If you wanna challenge your core, we're gonna tuck and lower down one vertebra at a time. Feet stay glued. Come all the way to your back. Good, and then from here, we're gonna bend the knees to place the feet on the floor, hip distance apart. Hands come down next to the hips. Walk your fingers toward your heels. Make sure the back of your head is neutral on the mat. If your chin is lifting, place something behind your head so the neck can stay nice and neutral and long. Don't want to crunch the back of the neck. Okay, we're just gonna do a couple of pelvic tilts here, nice and easy. So activate hands and feet. Inhale, peel your back up. Breathe into your belly here. Exhale, lower. You shouldn't feel any tension or stress on the neck or shoulders. So you want to think about pulling the chest toward the chin. Don't tuck the chin. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. One more time, we're going to come up and pause at the top. Inhale up, peel up. Maybe you interlace the hands behind you, roll onto your shoulders a little bit more. Press into the heels and the feet. Breathe into your belly here. Neck should be relaxed. One more breath. Don't turn your head while you're in this pose. If you can help it, try not to look at the screen. Release the hands, come all the way down to your back. Draw your knees into your chest, squeeze the knees in, and make some circles on your back. Go the other direction. Squeeze the knees in, releasing the feet to the floor for final resting position. If you have any tension in the back at all, you can take the feet wide and let the knees fall toward the center. Feet are on the floor. If you feel good in the back, you can stretch your legs out. You're also welcome to use a roll under your knees as a nice way to relax at the end, or maybe a blanket on top of your stomach and chest. Getting chilly also, so you might want a blanket. So let the feet flop out to the sides. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath your chest to open the heart and let the palms face the sky. Allow the fingers to curl toward the palm as they relax. Gently rock your head side to side. Bring the head back to center. Close your eyes. Part your lips to make sure that you're relaxing through your jaw. As you bring awareness back to your breath. Relax your entire body. So if you have extra time to spend, I encourage you to stay in final relaxation a bit longer. I feel like we always kind of rush it, so it's nice to give yourself more time if you have it. And just keep letting go with each out breath. Relax your entire body completely. Relax. 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 And slowly begin to wiggle fingers and toes if you're coming out of your Savasana right now, or you can stay. And gently rock your head a little bit side to side. And bending your knees if they're not there already. To place your feet on the floor, you're going to roll to the right side of your body to a fetal posture for a moment. And noticing any changes in the body and the mind between now and the beginning of your practice. Maybe recalling any intention or dedication you may have set for your practice. And nice and slowly, you're going to use your left hand to push yourself back to a comfortable seat, coming into easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall. And let's sweep the arms up as we take a giant breath in. Inhale nice and deep. Seal the hands at the top. Bring them down to your heart. Bow to yourself with gratitude for practicing yoga today. We'll bow to each other. Namaste.